So, okay. So, please just spell your name one after the other.
You mean say the name, first and last?
No spelling. Yeah, say and spell it.
Okay, so I'll start.
Like with
First
the
name
letters?
Sheila, Sheila. Last name Pimentel, Pimentel.
Peter Freistatter, Peter Freystater.
Sharon Freistetter, Sharonfreistetter.
First name Misha, Mischa. Last name Freistatter, Freystatter.
Okay, great. So now, first question. If you could describe an ideal community for the unification movement, what would it look like?
Well, ideal for me would be different than the average consumer ideal. I think ideal for me would probably be somewhere not inland, more coastal related, somewhere near the beach. Very quiet. I wouldn't want to say a lot of distractions. So somewhat isolated, I guess you could say, where we can just run around the beach, no lifeguards, we can do pretty much as we wish. And but for the average person, to be the most structural as possible, probably would have to be more inland, because more of the isolated regions are more inland, unfortunately.
Well, like my brother, I always imagined, my dream my entire life was to live in the coastal area, so somewhere along like the east coast of the United States or the west coast, and a little bit more isolated. And so where we could just live together as a community, maybe around like 10 families, and we could just do like our daily activities, and we could just have a relationship among trust and camaraderie. And so we could, carpool together because there's just a lot of trust going around, and babysit, like a sibling, or taking care of a dog or whatever. So that's always been my dream for pretty much my entire life.
Yeah, sharing assets. Yeah, it's good. So pool together.
Yeah.
Increase your disposable income.
And it's free.
Right. Okay, another question. If you could describe, now literally, the Family Federation for World Peace, like a federation of families living for the purpose of world peace, how would that look like?
Well, what do you think? Oh, you want to go first?
Go ahead.
When you think federation, I mean, for me at least, when I think of that word, it means a lot more than just like 10 families, like as Misha described before. It would be like an entire nation. And an entire nation looking like one family under God, or family federation, that would be something that's, as of right now, maybe a little bit out of scope, but it would be, kingdom of heaven on earth. I mean, the most, I guess, how God would have intended the earth to be if not for the fall. So I couldn't really describe that, since I don't know how that would look like, since we've never even, that's not really a tangible item for me to perceive right now. What were you going to say?
The same thing, what you said.
Really?
No, I don't know. I think it's just the whole idea of just living together as a community. And I think sometimes it's hard to do that because everyone's like so far away from each other. But I don't know. I think we do have that, but actually living together, I guess that would be the next step to get to that level. Sure, anything you want to say?
Sharon,
You know what this is?
It would look, well, it would be easier to go around places without being scared, like at night would someone come and no one would steal your stuff.
Like someone stole your bike, right?
Yes. Left it up for like an hour in the daylight.
I mean, the idea of living together as a family federation, that's something that's never been done before, as far as I know. So, I mean, idea sounds great, but there has every family has to like make a big investment to make this happen. You just can't contribute like a small amount of donation, and then it's not going to work out. So like you need families. Everyone has to go like over 100%, 110% committed. Otherwise, it's never going to work out realistically.
I think the best case study would probably be the Mormons in Utah. I mean, when you think of Utah, low crime rate, the majority of, the same common belief, and it seems like a great environment to live in. I mean, I would definitely like to be in some kind of environment like that, just because, the people are just so friendly and you enjoy your life. I mean, that's the whole purpose why we're here.
There's also the Mennonites in Paraguay, where my mom grew up. It's like Paraguay gave like this whole countryside to the Mennonites because they were fleeing from persecution from Germany for a long time ago, and so they got this like a lot of land just for them, and so it's like only Mennonites, and they even have their own language in the schools, which is like a German dialect. And I mean, it seems just so peaceful, and everyone just lives together, and they like build their own schools. They did their like the stores and like a little government kind of thing going on.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Imagine having your own community, like we
Yeah.
run the town.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. That'd be pretty cool.
I think so too. Now, very personal question. If you were liberated from bills and according responsibilities, what would you do personally that makes you happy? How would you live your daily life?
I'd go fishing every day.
I would say the same thing. In fact, it's tiresome. I would probably play sports with the community, or because like when we go to like Bridgeport, where Sheila's from, there's a lot of BCs, relatively walking distance all apart from each other, and we always just play volleyball and soccer and go to the beach and hang out. So just sharing time with one another, and
I mean, it's just like company you share with that fulfills your life. So just being able just to spend time just with family and friends it's just a really good feeling, and that just fulfills my life.
I would also like probably be outside every day, and then I wouldn't have any homework or school to worry about.
No homework?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see your own future with 3 generations living together, working together, and what would it look like?
it's hard for me to see right now. I don't know where life is going to take us with our career, but if we did have a community in one centralized location, then yeah, that would definitely be feasible. And what would it look like? I don't know, what do you think?
I think it'd be really nice.
I think I just drop off the kids to the grandmas every day.
That's what you're for.
Yeah, just give it to grandma and grandpa to deal with.
And chocolate chip cookies.
But what else?
Yeah, it helps to live together. Like in Bridgeport, I have so much family around there, and my cousin, she was going to school, she was doing her undergrad, and she had her first child, and she wouldn't be able to do it without all of us there, because we all helped her out, and she finished.